let's talk about the non-bio parent. So, Katie and I have told everybody we are expecting baby girl number 2 coming this March. We are super, super excited. Truth be told, when we found out it was a girl, I was like, oh, phew, thank God I don't know what to do with boys. I have all girl parts and I understand girls. Obviously would have been very happy either way. We are very, very excited to have another little girl and raise just sort of this like magical coven of women that kill and all that kind of stuff. Something though that I think doesn't get quite enough attention, and I felt this last time and I feel it this time, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way as the non-bio parent, is the way that people talk to the non-bio parent and the way people talk about the non-bio parent. So first of all, when, we tell you that we're pregnant, or any queer couple, specifically, lesbian couples, because men can't carry babies, at least not like physically born men. When we say we're expecting, you asking who is carrying, especially this early in the game, if you ask me who's carrying around 8 months, I swear to fucking God, I'll just, yeah. But at this point in the game, it's so early, 14-ish weeks in, if you ask which one of us is carrying, totally fine question, totally legitimate question. The question that is not welcome is the follow-up of the question, why? Oh, why is Katie carrying? You don't want to carry? Why not you? Why? It is none of your fucking business. Women are not complete because they choose to carry a baby. Women are not incomplete because they do carry a baby. Like that is not all that we are built for. I don't know how to break that down any further. Yes, our bodies are physically built to birth a child. Okay. For me, I never, ever want to carry a baby. I cannot make that any more clear. Also, hot take, I'm actually physically incapable of carrying a baby on top of that. So talk about a duo, right? Dynamic duo. I don't want to, and I can't. So that's why. So don't ask me why again, because it's rude, and don't ask anyone why again, but there's the answer. I don't want to, and I can't. Now, there have been things that have happened, specifically when Lily was in utero, so to speak, where we had people saying things like, well, aren't you concerned about the lineage? Aren't you concerned about the connectivity? And all that kind of stuff, which no. Actually, I'll tell you a real funny story. My family actually at one point offered to pay for a surrogate, so that way they could use my eggs, and that way the connectivity and the family name was still there. Not giving a shit that my wife at the time was 7 months pregnant, or that as a couple, as an adult couple, adults in our 30s, we made the decision that my wife, Katie, would carry because she wanted to, because she was capable, because I didn't want to, and because I'm incapable. That's the decision we made. But still, the question of, well, why don't we have a surrogate so, it's yours, came up. Let me tell you something. There is no lack of connectivity between my daughter and I because she is not biologically mine. There just isn't. And as I've joked on here before, she looks exactly like me. We don't really know why. She does look exactly like me. We'll see what happens with round 2. The other part of this is really more of a thank you to the people who don't see it. So there's 2 sides of the equation. You have these people that feel like there's some type of disconnect between a parent and a child when they're not biologically tied. So how do you talk to kids that are adopted? What? There's obviously a tremendous connection between child and, parent, regardless of biology. Biology means shit. I will tell you that, while this baby number 2 is, cooking in the oven, it was really important for me, and I'm sure people are not gonna like this, and believe me, I am very, very understanding and very, very supportive of the sex you are assigned at birth is not necessarily the sex or the gender you are going to be as you progress and you find out who your true self is. It was important for me at this stage in the game to just know what we were having so I could put a name to it for connectivity's sake. That's all. That's where you start to make the connection, when you start to put this into like, hey, this is a person, this is what this person feels like, this is what this person does. And like, I'm not trying to put anything on them before they're born, but that was just a big piece of connectivity for me. That being said, if I didn't know, it's not like I would have lacked any connection with them. So like I was saying, there's sort of two sides of this equation. There's the people who will always ask why and not understand why me or, any other non-bio parent doesn't want to carry. You're not a complete woman if you don't carry. Trust me, these 2 tits on my chest let me know I am a complete woman every fucking month, okay? Right now they're letting me know loud and clear because I can't even like put a shirt on that I'm a woman. I promise, okay? Other side of that though, and this is really more of a thank you, is we know a lot of people who forget. And it's so nice. It's so nice. I remember when Lily was in Katie's belly, science terms. When Lily was in Katie's belly, my mother-in-law said to her, like, be careful about how much peanut butter you eat because of Jess's allergies. Because she totally forgot. Because she doesn't see it that way. She sees me as Lily's mom, which is exactly what I am. The biological tie meant nothing to her though. And I remember just like, and I love my mother-in-law. I love her so deeply. She's such an amazing woman. And I remember in that moment being like, God, I love you even more than I thought I did. And then recently my aunt, who I love also, so shout out to my aunt, did the same thing. She was like, well, you have blue eyes. I mean, I guess Lily got the blue eyes from you. And then like your mom has hazel, like was going down the path of where did Lily get her eyes? Your grandma has blue, like, she didn't get them from me. However, how fucking nice is that? How nice is that? That there is no like expectation of biology being the main connectivity to my daughter from people that we're surrounded by. So, again, 2 sides of this equation. My main point here, if someone tells you that they are not carrying, do not ask why. It is none of your fucking business. I happen to not care. I happen to be very happy to make people uncomfortable when they say, oh, well, I didn't know, maybe you were carrying this time. Why aren't you carrying this time? Well, I don't want to and I'm physically incapable. What you gonna say to that? Ooh, right? You don't want to have that conversation. And there are people who have a lot worse reasons than I do. A lot worse. You don't want to get into somebody's medical history with them, I promise. My medical history isn't all that interesting. I tell everybody everything. It doesn't matter to me. You ask the wrong person that question though, get ready to feel like a real piece of shit. Also, more than that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you love your child unconditionally, which I do, and every non-bio parent that I know does, it doesn't matter. You're a mom, or you're a dad, or you're a parent, you're a guardian, it doesn't matter. So stop asking stupid questions. I never want to carry a little alien inside of my stomach that will not make me feel like a complete woman. For some women it does, and I think that's wonderful. And if that's something you want to do, do it. And for those of us who do not, don't do it. Okay, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Coming up on Monday, we have Alexa Matthews. She is the founder of sort of my dream job. She started a blog called Eating NYC where she just reviews food. She reviews food, she talks about restaurants and all of the amazing things going on in New York City, and it has just become a wild success. She gets food sent to her constantly. She gets paid to have food sent to her, and that's a dream. She's also a newborn mommy. She has a 6-month-old. I think he's 6 months, maybe even less than that. Maybe even less than that. He's tiny. She's a tiny, tiny baby. So maybe she's 6 weeks. He's 6 weeks, I think. I don't know. I'm babbling. You'll see on Monday. You know what? Tune in on Monday. You'll find out how old the goddamn kid is. Anyway, more importantly, she has my dream job. She's super fun. And we had a great time together. Have a great weekend. Stop asking stupid questions, and we'll see you next week.